Hello, and welcome to another episode of Talent Talk with Coop. I am Coop, as you know, and this is
Marcus.
And today, I just wanted to discuss a topic that I feel like affects both of us and many people who are watching. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the questions. So, question for you. As a parent in 2022, how has social media impacted your parenting, or has it impacted you at all?
I ain't gonna lie, as far as social media, I don't really follow the trends because I try to do everything on my own. But I do pay attention to it and try to see what's going on. But I try to do stuff my way and like based on how I was raised. But then at the same time, I gotta remember I can't because I was raised up as, of course, a boy. I'm dealing with two girls, so everything that about me, I can't sit on it the same way.
Okay. So, piggybacking off of that, how do you feel like your parenting style is the way you was raised, or the way the new era is, or a little bit of both?
I probably try to like mix it in.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, because what I gotta realize is you can't do everything how I raised because of course you got laws and you know everything. Everybody way more sensitive nowadays, so you can't do everything the same way like when we was coming up. Like, and then even the kids, like they not as the same way as us, so you can't expect them to do stuff like we did or try to raise like this because it ain't like that no more.
It's not the same, right? That's what I said. So, are you friends with any celebrities on social media?
I got a couple of them.
Okay. And are any of them parents?
Yeah.
Do you think that you relate to any of their parenting styles? Like anybody that you follow or don't follow that you just know something about?
I mean, I really can't say because, you know, of course on social media, they gonna show all the good stuff and they celebrities, so everything gonna be way better. They gonna show all the good, like taking them out, spending money, they gonna show all that major gifts.
What about like fictional? What about like shows that you see, like, because I know some people relate their parenting style to Bill Cosby or Uncle Phil. So what about fictional characters? Any parenting style that you can relate to as a fictional character?
I'm kind of like a mixture of stuff. It's like every day I have my days where I could be that strict parent, and maybe some days I just be like, do what y'all want, or like I said, I try to mix it all and be strict or be open, and like I said, they always come to me and talk to me about whatever, and I listen.
So do you think you the easy to go to parent, or is it a little bit of both? Or?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
It all depends on the topic and
what it's about.
Because sometimes, and the thing about me, sometimes I always try to do so much, even if I feel I can't relate to it or can do it. Being me, I'm gonna try to do it.
All right. So this is like coming from personal level. So you are like a jokester. You crack jokes all day. Everybody know that.
Right.
And raising two kids, have there been moments where you had to be serious when you couldn't be, or I mean, where you were supposed to be serious but you just couldn't be because it was just too funny, or you just feel like you needed to crack a joke?
A lot of times.
And how does that affect the way the children react or the mother reacts? How does that affect them?
It be sometimes where I could be serious and they be looking at me like, on some bullshit. Like, but then like, I really gotta get to like stop playing with me. I'm really serious. And they be like, okay, now when we see he is serious. But and that's another thing. Like, I raise my kids. You know, like I said, I'm a jokester. I roast my kids like they grown. Like I talk about them, but at the end of the day, no, I still tell them like I tell them like, oh, that hairstyle ugly or you look crazy. But at the end of the day too, I still let them know too, like, you know, that's all jokes. So and it's to the point where like people will be knowing it, like, because there's been times where, you know, kids be out there getting joked on and stuff, you know. They look at me like, man, well, your kids, they handle their own, they ain't take it like that. And even in school, I tell them like, man, don't let nobody say nothing about that. I say, what you think I crack on you for? Don't let nobody make you feel down or whatever, because this world don't care. They don't care about feelings.
Right. So you feel like you have to be tougher on them because of the way the world is now?
Yeah, especially with girls, because I feel like a lot of parents, they not raising their boys to be real men. they more focused on what social media and they follow on social media, and of course we see how that's going. So a lot of men ain't gonna be raised like us or be that man like a woman really might fully expect or want still try to be independent. Like it's cool to like have a man in your life, but I want you to be more independent than be that one who look for a man to do everything for you.
Okay. So let me just give you an example of an actual situation. So Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. I think everybody pretty much knows their situation.
Right.
As a parent, how do you feel about the sexuality of a 15-year-old being like broadcast? How do you feel about that? Because I feel like, let me just give you my opinion. I think that sexuality shouldn't even be a topic at that point. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade feel like they want their daughter or son to be whoever they want to be. And to an extent, that's true. But when it comes to sexuality, you're going to do what I tell you to do. So that's just that. But what do you think about that whole situation?
I mean, I feel like you got to get a child room to decide what they want to do on their own, but still also let them know the consequences or whether it's good or bad. Like, this is going to be the outcome and this is what you're going to have to deal with. So instead of just making them think everything gonna be good, like, cause
it's just gonna be a breeze, cause it's not.
Cause my thing is, whether they support it or not, they know it's not gonna be an easy life for him going through that. Yeah. So hopefully they didn't let that be known to him. And
going back to social media plays a big part in everybody's lives in some way, form, or fashion. But the thing about social media is I feel like you have to filter certain things you say, do, places you go, comments you make, everything. What do you think about that? Like, how do you feel about that? When you see, or when you want to post something or say something, do you filter yourself because of sensitivity, or how do you feel about it?
I mean, me being me, I don't, because like I don't have thousands of people. Like, I don't have nothing to lose. Like, I'm not going to lose no endorsements or nothing.
Right.
But, I mean, what's going to happen? What, they block my page? Oh, well. But, no, I don't, because at the end of the day, you're not directing that towards somebody. You saying how you feel. If somebody feel that type of way, then that's on them. But
I just feel like there's always going to be people who agree with you and people who don't.
Yeah, like, anything, no matter what you put, somebody going to feel some type of way, whether you say the sky blue, somebody gonna jump on there and say something else.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's always gonna be some type of conflict no matter what you say. So my thing is, why filter yourself?
Part of me, not saying I filter myself, because I don't, but a part of me feel like you should, to an extent, filter yourself if you plan on being in that public eye where they gonna pull it back up. If you plan on being one of, in that, then you should filter what you say. But if you just know, like, that's not gonna be me, then understandable.
You want the world to know
who you are. Yeah, you can't hide it forever.
Yeah. So it's so crazy because, like, I see a lot of people, they get banned for saying some of the simplest things, and like and like I said, everybody know how I talk. I don't filter nothing. I never caught a ban anything. And
me either.
It'd be like, certain people could say something and somebody take it a certain way, and then you got the other one, like a person like me, I could say the same thing and people like, that's just him being him, we not gonna take it that way. So it all depends on who you is too, because if person known that you like this but know you saying it without no harmful meaning, it's cool. But if you just also not jump into it and try to say things, but it's like, man, you trying to be slick. So it all depends on the type of person you are too.
So I just want to give you this scenario. You probably heard about it. So you listen to Drake. Okay. So he had a song, it's not new, or it's fairly new, but not that new. And he said, I wasn't hiding the world from my kid, I was hiding my kid from the world, or whatever, however it went. But basically he was saying like he just didn't want his kid to be exposed to everything that came with knowing he had a kid. Put yourself in a celebrity shoes. How do you think that you would be as Drake? And for him to say that line, do you feel like you feel where he was coming from, or you feel like that was bull?
I mean, I feel it from the situation he was in.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if it was a different situation, I mean, of course, you know you're not gonna be able to hide it too long.
Yeah, you're a celebrity. Yeah.
Until it's just probably he had some stuff we don't know about that they had to work up before he finally let the kid out. But like I said, we just go by what's being told, and we don't know what was really going on behind the scenes. So
right.
He probably wasn't even 100% sure the kid was his.
Right.
So I'm not about to go out there and say I got a kid, and you come a couple months later like, you know that wasn't your kid.
Right.
Like, you looking up his head.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. You know, celebrity life, you can't be quick to throw stuff out there, because if it don't be like you put out the first time, you know, people waiting to catch that.
So basically, the main difference is just being a celebrity or not being a celebrity. Because as a celebrity,
I mean, say as a celebrity, I mean, just you a regular person. Like, if I have a kid out here, but I'm not sure that that's mine, so I'm not about to be able to announce it to the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a baby on the way, but in my head, I'm like, well, I don't know. If
I don't know.
It's not might not be mine though.
Yeah.
So.
That makes sense. I do think that social media and celebrities have a big influence on our kids growing up.
Oh yeah.
So who are some artists that you think that, I mean, you don't have to name 100 artists, but what do you think are some artists that are good role models and who are not good role models for your kids to be watching every day?
I don't know. I can't really say that, because like with me, I don't filter nothing with my kid. Like not with my kids. I'm banging Tupac, Drake, well, whoever. I'm banging whoever, and they like I'm not filtering out the music.
Yeah.
Because my kids know what to say, what not to do, and all that is. And even now, they like a lot of music I play, I done picked up from them.
Yeah,
so, my kids, a lot of them, they really into like Disney shows and just regular YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah. So I just let them be them, because I just trust them and let them know they know how to make the right decision. And if I do see something not looking right, you know, I caution them on it and let them know, like, don't hide nothing from me.
I'm glad that you said that, like, the fact that they know what to do and what not to do, because I see so much on social media about kids being exposed to different things on social media, and why would she say that? Why would she do that? Why would she post that? But if you checking on to see what they watching every now and then, and making sure that they know what's right, what's wrong, what's not okay to watch, then you're fine. But now there is peer pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So just knowing and checking in every now and then to know what your kids watching, who they follow, who, you know, things they're influenced by, just keeping up with that, because it's so much stuff in social media. They can easily be influenced, easily get distracted, but being raised the way they are, they will know, okay, let me click off of this because this is not okay. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the issues in today, because people will just hand their kid a phone and be like, here, go ahead, and don't know what they watching all day. They've been watching TV for 6 hours and they could have been watching Cardi B.
Right.
But I do think that it's part of the way you monitor your kids and what they watch and things like that. So I think you made a good point on that.
And my thing is, a lot of people, they depend on social media and these TV shows
to raise their kids.
No, to raise their kids, because like,
yeah,
you know, they'll throw a phone in the kid's hand and like, let's just throw out somebody like a Hannah Montana. So you know, they look at, oh, she a good girl. Well, like I said, not that she is, but we don't know.
Right.
She a good girl, so I don't mind my kid doing that. And the minute a scandal come out, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, right. This person is human, so you can't expect them to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Like, even with some of these cartoons, we sit back, let them watch these cartoons and not knowing. But I really like a lot of stuff, like little subliminal stuff that's what's going on inside the cartoons.
They catching on to that, or they repeating it, even if they don't know what it means. They still repeating it.
Yeah, every show or everything is not going to be perfect. It's going to be a flaw somewhere in there. It's up to you to still sit down and talk to them and be that parent. Don't just sit them in front of a tablet or a phone and expect them just to pick up off that and do what they do, because at the end of the day, everybody's human. They're going to make mistakes or do something out the way, and you're going to be looking at your kid or looking at them like they wrong, but when it's nationality, you the one supposed to be on top of that and still putting in their head is this was not to do, this what
exactly
let it be known.
So, okay, so you said that people are letting social media and celebrities raise their kids because they just hand them the TV or phone. So, what you do let your kids use technology, right? How do you monitor, or how often do you monitor? How do you keep up with what they're watching? How do you do that? How do you determine?
I mean, I just listen, and then like I said, I go back and look. Like, what's that you watch? Like my daughter. It was like I said, and this was a little girl. Little girl, her mom had a little podcast or YouTube channel, and my daughter watched it all day, every day. Like I said, that's what made me really start stepping in. Because, I'm hearing the kids, I'm like, okay, it's cool then.
Yeah.
But then when I sat one day and I actually listened, like this little girl, their whole TV channel was based on this little girl talking back to her mama and just doing what she wanted to do. And what made me really start realize, like I said, I listened, and then, my daughter really started trying to do it. So I'm like, first thing I do is like, where are you getting this from?
Right.
And then once I started listening, I said, hey, yeah, you can cut that show out. Don't watch that one no more.
Yeah. But
it all came from me automatically because
paying attention.
She said, first off, she named the kids. So I'm like, all right, well, it's good then. But like I said, like, you just can't say, because it's a kid that is automatically good. And like, it was damn one of the worst things. So I'm like, hey, because like I said, the whole YouTube channel is based on this little girl talking back, being sneaky, and just
and then your daughter started trying to do
because she thought it was okay.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh no, not me.
So that happened to me similarly. My oldest daughter, she was like picking up all these different words and these conversations, different like response backs to certain things I was doing and saying, and I didn't know why she was being so sassy with me. And then I started paying more attention to what she was watching, under the assumption that she was watching kid stuff. And I didn't know that she knew how to get to TikTok. So the whole time I'm thinking she watching YouTube, she was on TikTok. So it took me like a week to realize that. But after that, I started, monitoring, listening to more. And I'm like, she was like infatuated with TikTok. So then I started, filtering out what she can see and what she can't see and things like that. But I do think that it starts with parenting. You can give your kid a phone, and you can even filter it to say kids only. But kids, no.
Some gonna get in there somehow.
Because I do. I will hand my daughter my phone, and I'll type in kids videos and click on the first video, and then the next suggestions will be just kids videos. But she knows how to go to the other, open a whole nother page and search other stuff. Not saying she know how to type, but she'll just click on other suggested videos. And so I started monitoring more carefully. I mean, so far I haven't seen her find anything outrageous, but that's key. People think that you can just hand your kid a phone, send them in a room, and they gonna just watch Baby Shark all day, and they're not. They gonna get curious to see what else is on YouTube or what else is on Netflix.
And then what people need to realize too is you can filter stuff all day. The only thing that's gonna filter out is what the nudity and curse words. You still can be unruly and out of control without the cuss words. So filtering ain't always the key neither. It's like at the end of the day, you still gotta sit down and talk and explain to them.
Like this, like it was. I don't know the cartoon, but it was a cartoon where the little boy. It was similar. The little boy was just talking back to his parents and saying like he wanted candy and he wasn't gonna do this and that. But it was under the kids' suggestions. So yeah, even kids' suggestions still have to be filtered out. I just think that things are different now. Originally, I did not want my kids to be involved with technology, but everything is run off technology. When you go to a restaurant and order food, you're using technology. So I didn't want them to be, completely dumb to technology. So my daughter does know how to use a tablet and how to use a phone now. But that's because I want her to be up to date.
Right.
But I'm also monitoring what she's watching, Yeah. So.
Just like I said, they put it everywhere. Like, you don't put a tablet or a phone in hand, like they go on the TV now and watch. Like sometimes my daughter's so infatuated with YouTube, like she'll be watching on her phone and on the TV at the same time.
Yep.
I'm like, what do you need both on for?
Yeah.
Like, so, and like I said, it's everywhere, from the car to you go to the restaurant. Anything you touch is technology.
It's technology involved. Yeah. And one thing I don't like though, so I'll give my daughter my phone. I'll type in Baby Shark. That's what she like. I'll type in Baby Shark, and then she'll watch 5 Baby Shark videos back to back. But then a commercial will come on, and that
Mhm.
ad will pop on, and it'll be a ad for Corona beer or Megan Thee Stallion new video. And I'm like, why is this on Baby Shark? And I'm standing over her wondering why Megan Thee Stallion is on her screen, and it's because that's an ad that popped up after Baby Shark. So I think that's weird, but that's why you need to monitor.
That's these social media sites to get that money out of you. You know, they want you to pay to get rid of that ad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they look at it as either gonna pay to get rid of, or
she
gonna throw this in your kid's face.
Or she gonna see whatever we get. Yeah. So it's ridiculous, but I do think that people should monitor what their kids are watching. Catch on to if they're picking up different behavior. When you say where did they get this from, they got it from somewhere. They didn't just wake up and say, "Oh, I want to listen to Megan Thee Stallion." They got that from somewhere. So pay attention to that. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's just all depends on what you believe and kid and how you was raised and what you feel.
I mean, I try not to judge people and their parenting skills. I just keep my kids away from those specific parents that I don't agree with. So that's as simple as it can get.
That's all you can do. Do stuff. How you feel, because your way might not be for them and their way might not suit you. Like we don't know what goes on in their household.
Exactly. So, well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Teletalk with Coop, and we will be back for more topics. Let me know what topic you would like to hear next, and we'll be back. Do you think that parenting is different in a good way when it comes to, like, I lost my train of thought. Let's take a break. I just lost the whole thought.